Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Ready to Love Season 3, and I think it's Episode 8. I hope you guys are doing good today. So, I know that the lights are low, and I'm sure this is aggravating some of y'all, but y'all have to remember that I am in a shared living space now. I have a roommate. I'm not at my house anymore, and she had told me earlier today that she was just going to be in the room all day, but she just left for a little bit, which left me time to do my review, but I'm keeping the lights down because I want to mess up her vibe. She was here this morning doing her thing. So I'm trying to be respectful and a good roommate person, okay? Because that's how I roll. So y'all just please try to deal with it today. I thought I was going to have to do a voiceover, but luckily I got a little time. Hopefully I can get it all out. So we're going to skip the fluff since we are kind of in a rush. And I'm sure y'all are tired of 30-minute videos anyway. So let's just get to the nitty gritty. So on this episode, there's going to be one man and one woman getting eliminated because we're getting down to crunch time, and they also going to have a good old cookout, and I love me a cookout, so that'll be cool. So let's start with Denise and Anthony, and then we're going to move to Winter and Anthony. So Denise and Anthony go out because Denise is realizing, you know what, let me get in the game, okay? Let me realize what's going on here, and let me recognize that I could do the same thing too, and she has decided to put more time into Anthony. Now I'm hoping it's not too little too late for Denise, but that is what she has decided to do, and that's, I think, what a lot of us have been wanting her to do anyway. So that's what she's going to do. Now I'm going to tread lightly because I do have some things to say about Anthony, and I know he is some of y'all's fave. He is a fan favorite. So I'm going to try to tread as lightly as I can. Let's just agree that we still going to be friends. After we talk about it, y'all ain't got to be going in on me in the comments. I'm not going to be rude, but I do have some thoughts, and let's be friends after, okay? Okay, let's be friends, but I want to know y'all's too. So when her and Anthony go out, the date is nice. It's always nice with Denise and Anthony because you get to see her softer side and her fun side. Denise is a lot of fun when she's with Anthony. I think he brings that out of her. When they're on the date, he says that she gives him Essence vibes, like she got that model thing about her, and that would be correct because Denise is a legit model. One of the people down in the comments were telling me that she had been on Project Runway several times. So if you watch Project Runway and you saw Denise, go ahead and let us know, and I'm going to try to remember to put your name. If I do some heavy editing to this video, put your name here because I don't want to say the wrong name, but I think I know who it was, so I'll just put it down. I'll put it on the video. But thank you for that information. And I can see Denise being a model. Her bone structure is great. She's a beautiful woman, tall, all them legs, child. I can see it. She talks about her experience going from Houston to New York and then finally coming back home. And Anthony just really admires the strength that she has and the strength about her act. So what she wearing? She's wearing a black woman, as many of us wear for our favorite perfume. And it's cool. It's a cool day. But I did notice that while they were talking, I wonder if the reason why Denise has not been feeling Anthony as much as she feels Calfani is because her and Calfani seem to connect on a more, I guess you could say, spiritual, emotional type level. They seem to have more in-depth conversations. Now, granted, her and Anthony could be having those and they're just getting cut because we know the producers definitely been playing games on Ready to Love this season. But we just, as far as what we see on the show, we don't really see that too much with them, but we do see a lot of lightheartedness and fun, and I wonder if that's why she maybe likes Calfani more. Y'all let me know what you think. With that being said, let's move straight into the date with Winter and Anthony. The date was cool, but it's just not enough. When they start out walking off to go have their conversation, Jay stops them and was like, oh, what you doing with my girl? And kind of having some back and forth banter. Winter says that she kind of wishes Anthony would fight for her more. And I know some of y'all was thinking like fight, but I kind of took it as like maybe yeah, I kind of took it as Winter is not wanting to always feel like number two, even though I think Anthony's her number two choice. So it's 2 for 2. But instead of saying anything to Jay, you just see Anthony, walking off doing the, horande. It was funny to me. But when they get back together, Whitney is just Whitney. Winter is just saying to herself how she wishes he was just a little bit more assertive, okay? And I get her because I like assertive guys too, but that might just not be his way. And I just don't think he is feeling Winter in that way, which leads me to their date. Even though they both say they're in each other's tops, I just don't see it. They have the date, and while they do have good conversation, I don't know if I see the two of them coming together in any type of relationship. But I want to talk about the conversation that they had. So when Winter is talking about how she feels about love, Winter says she is just ready to jump off the cliff. Her heart is open. She has been heartbroken before. She's been through it. She's felt it. But now her heart is completely open for love. And she's asking Anthony how he feels about it, right? So this is the therapy edition of Ready to Love, because the ladies was getting to it, okay? Everybody was a professional therapist this episode. But I noticed that when she talked to Anthony about it, Anthony did say he was a one and done type of person, which is great. His parents have been together for a long time. He's not really trying to do the divorce thing. But he also did admit that he has some guards up when it comes to love, and he definitely don't see it the way that Winter sees it. But Winter's been through a divorce, so you know it's different for different people. But he definitely does have some guards up, and it's not that he is scared of love, but he might possibly be scared of getting hurt. And I couldn't ignore that, y'all. I like Anthony, and I know y'all do too, but I couldn't ignore that. And so it made me wonder if maybe the depth that we're not seeing with him and Denise, and the fact that we have even commented on how it always seems like Anthony's just kind of in the background and nobody really put that much stock into him in the earlier parts of the episode, combined with his cast audition tape. Like, I knew during the cast audition that Anthony liked to have fun, okay? We remember, right? We remember the dance moves. But not so much on the lines of Shay, who was just there to for the free drinks and to stir it up. And not so much along the lines of Brian, who is just kind of trying to charm everybody. But it's something going on right there in the middle. And I feel like with Anthony, there's possibly something that we're not seeing, y'all. Like, am I wrong? Like, just take Winter out of the equation, because I know somebody's going to say he's not feeling Winter like that. And I think I would kind of agree. I just don't think he likes her as much as he likes Denise. And that probably does have something to do with it. But I still feel like, is there a possibility that Anthony might not be as ready as we think he is, or even as he believes that he might be? Because I get having some guards up, but when I say guards, I think in regards to, not being naive, paying attention to red flags, those type of things. I don't know. I'm just wondering if there's something with Anthony that possibly we're not seeing, and that's why he's so lighthearted and fun, because maybe he is, I don't know. I need y'all's help. I need y'all to let me know. Do y'all see something else in Anthony? I know he's played football, and that also might have something to do with it. He's used to the ladies coming to him. He's used to getting women, but maybe even not on a deeper level with that. So he's used to the women kind of coming to him, and he just gets to sit back, which would explain why he is not as assertive maybe as some of the other gentlemen are. Y'all just let me know what you think. I got a bunch of different thoughts in my head about Anthony, but I just feel like there might be something that we aren't seeing. Let's jump back to Winter. There's some things with her too. So first of all, I feel like Winter's attracted to Anthony physically. Outside of that, I don't think she is attracted to him like that. I think she's trying to work up more of an attraction because she knows that she's not going to have Jay. So that's one thing. Winter wants him to be more assertive. I just don't think that's his personality. I mean, what can you do? I don't think that's him, but I get where she's coming from because I like that as well. I feel like Winter has been second option before in her life, even outside of this show, and she doesn't want to feel like that again. And I get where she's coming from with that. I like Winter's approach to falling in love. I do think you got to be, ready and open. Of course, watching for the red flags, but ready and open. And I'm sure her divorce and her being hurt and going all the way to the bottom and having to get back up had a lot to do with that. So I like Winter. I liked Winter when the very first moment of the show, but y'all, it's something with her too. It's just, I get the vibe that Winter, and she could just be being herself, so I kind of feel bad saying this, but I'm thinking it, so I'm going to say it. I kind of get the vibe that Winter is being who she believes men want her to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's coming off as what she believes a man desires, but then there's like another part of her deep down inside that's gonna come out later in the relationship because she kind of been hiding. Right? And I say that because I used to do that in relationships. I used to become what the other person wanted me to be, and then later on I was mad at them for it because I was doing everything that they desired and I wasn't really being myself. And I know that sounds sad, y'all, but that's what happened when you get codependent and you insecure. And I don't think Whitney, that dog, if my LS might be talking about me, I don't think Winter is that way. But I just think there's something there. Y'all let me know what y'all see with Winter and Anthony. I feel like there's something. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know one of y'all gonna do it. I know one of y'all gonna do it because y'all be seeing, we be here. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all gonna see it and y'all gonna let me know. But either way, I think both of them are not feeling each other like that. They just really trying to make something work. When they get to the cookout, I'm gonna just jump there. Nephew Tommy tells Anthony to go for it. You know, women want to be chose, okay? Folks want to get chose around here. So Anthony tries to go for it, but he kind of brings up how he's feeling both her and Denise. And Winter was just like, nope, I don't want to hear about any other woman but me. I said, see, that's it. That's the Winter that I think is buried deep down inside. I said, bring it out. Come on out, Winter. We want to see it. So I don't know, you guys. I just don't know. I don't see it for the two of them. But y'all can let me know if y'all see anything at all with them. I just don't know. I think they're going to end up with friends, okay? End up leaving as with some new friends, not necessarily somebody to love. Now we can move on to Joy. Now, Joy and Jay's date was pretty hot, wasn't it? Did a little wine tasting. I think Joy is doing this show very well. I think she has the perfect amount of sexiness while still very much being a lady about it and very much a class act. I love it. She could teach me a few things. But they doing the wine tasting. She whispering in his ear. She sit on his lap, you know. This is after, you know, they did a couple of little cutesy things. Jay don't know what he doing. He don't know what he doing at all about wine. She tells him what kind of wine he might be, and then she has him close his eyes. He guesses the wine wrong, but he does get a kiss on Joy here and here and here, and that was real hot. I was like, it's getting PG-13 around here. So that was real cute. She goes on a date later with Edwin, and this date let me know that Joy has completely put Edwin in the friend zone. We thought it last week, but we definitely see it this week, and I can see why she did. Edwin has some emotional issues that he needs to work through, and she let him know in a very kind way that he probably needed to go and get additional help for his PTSD regarding not only the military, but working as a police officer as well. And I was glad she put it to him plain, but put it to him in a very delicate way that he could receive and that he could understand. And he does have a lot of things going on. He does seem to be experiencing some past trauma, and he's only been to therapy, I think he said, one time for that. So yeah, okay, I was glad that Joy let him know about that, and it was a good scene. It was good, but we know that Joy officially put him in the friend zone in that moment. I also like that Joy had the attitude of, you know, after my divorce, I had to do some work on myself. I had to get to this very zen place, but I had a lot of things I had to fix for me so I could be as whole as possible for the next person that I was with. And y'all know I talk about that a lot on this channel. I get a lot of heat from friends, from family members, saying some of the things that I say, but I believe that we should try to come to people as whole as we can. You know, I'm not saying, I think people, when they hear me say that, they think I'm saying that, you know, you should come perfect and y'all gonna have a perfect relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I even told one of my married friends this, who got married young, like really, really young. I was like, some of the personal growth stuff that y'all are going through, we're older, you know, and some of us, not all of us, have done the work to where we're not going to be probably having those same, there's going to be problems, but we're not going to have those same growing pains that a person would have had in their early 20s, you know. And so our issues are going to be a little bit, they're going to look a little different if you might be marrying a little bit later. And they were arguing me down, and no, because you got to go through this and go through this. And I was just like, no, that's what comes with doing some work before you get married. And I know when you marry young, sometimes you don't even know what work you needed to do. So I don't know. It's like pros and cons, right? You know, and so I get a lot of heat about that, like saying that I want somebody perfect. But no, I just want somebody who's done the work, just like I've done the work. You know, I wasn't always the person I am before you, and I know that I still have a lot more to do, but I'm gonna try to come to you as whole as I can. Ain't nothing, y'all, I know men and women, we go through this. Ain't nothing worse than getting with somebody that know what they need to fix, know what they probably need to do, but they've been waiting on somebody to come around and, you know, make them do it or push them to do it. Like, we all grown now. I'll help you, but you know what you need to do. So try to work. Everybody got to work on themselves, for real. Because at the bottom, at the end of the day, the common denominator is you. So make sure that you're always working on you. I talked about that too long. Okay. So Edwin and Joy, who else we need to talk about? Do I need to move on from them? I guess we can move. Yeah, we can move. Let's move to Edwin and Simone. So Simone is going around. It's elimination time. So she talking to everybody, okay? I think she just trying to make sure she don't go home. It was a failed effort, but she tried it. So she's going around and she is talking to everybody, including Edwin. She gets some time with Edwin, and I'm not mad at Simone for asking questions, because I believe that asking questions is a good way to find out what you like and don't like about somebody. You can dig out the red flags and all of that. But the way that Simone was asking these questions sounded like an interrogation. It did not sound like a date. She put her lawyer hat on once again. I feel bad because it seems to be very hard for her to separate the two. So when she is asking Edwin questions, she's just like, okay, so have you gone to therapy? Did you go by yourself or did you go with somebody else? Okay, how much time did you go for that? All right, so was your father in your life? Did you feel any type of way about that? So I find that hard to believe that you didn't feel any type of way about that. What? So he lived in the same city as you and he didn't even come by? I was just like, Simone. And y'all, these questions is coming like this. Edwin is trying to answer the questions, and then like Edwin will be like, well, you know, when I was going through this situation. Okay, so yeah, so what about I said Simone. Get a man time to answer the question, but she was just going. Edwin wasn't really feeling that, and I cannot blame him, y'all. I really can't. But like I said, nothing wrong with her asking questions. It was all just about the way she did it. Yeah, that kind of sealed some of her fate with Edwin anyway. She went around to Brian talking about, you know, I've been wanting to talk to you and get to know you, and I said, Simone, girl, you working hard to make sure, y'all, my leg went numb. Make sure you don't go home today, ain't you? She went over to Calfani and tried it, and honey, Calfani just kept it 100 with her. Look, I've been spending time with people who wanted to spend time with me, so this is your first time coming over here. Let me know you wanted to spend time. I'm a little confused. He didn't say I'm confused, but he did say, like, I ain't been spending time with you because I didn't think you were interested, basically. And I said, keep it real, Calfani. Shoot. Ain't no need to play around and half step. So, yeah, that was Simone. But we know her top interest, of course, was Rashid. And I liked her and Rashid. I thought it went cool with them. I really did. But Rashid is... Yeah, I just want to let it be known that Rashid was my top pick from the very first episode, if y'all can remember what we talked about. Okay, I say that because I'm glad I've been praying for this kind of discernment when it comes to men, so I'm glad that God done sprinkled it down, at least when it comes to the OWN network. He done gave me a little bit of something. I hope I can then apply it to real life, because, ooh, child. Okay. Oh, Simone and Rashid did have a conversation where Rashid says that not only does he want to get married again, and not only, you know, has he learned from his last marriage, but he likes marriage. He's at his best when he in a marriage. I said, come on now. See, I'm telling y'all slept. Okay, some of y'all, not all of y'all. It was some of y'all who was sleeping though. Y'all ain't really care for Rashid like that. And I think it got more to do with his look, because some of y'all don't like the light-skinned brothers, but y'all know I like all the skins. light, dark, pale. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So yeah, that was good. And Simone said that's kind of what drew her even more to Rashid, because she knows that he knows how to make a marriage work and how a marriage doesn't work. And you know, Simone uses a lot of logic, sounds like, when she's dating, and she could use a little, just a smidge more emotion, and I think baby girl will have it together. Okay, so let's move to Brian and Alex. Now, I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be shady. But before we talk about Brian and Alex, okay, we talk about the ladies. You know, I asked about Joy's wig. So, Brian, we going to have to address your quick weave. We going to have to address it. We going to have to talk about the 27 piece or whatever that is you have. But ladies, when we get a cap and we get some hair, y'all might call it a toupee, but what do we call it, ladies, when you put hair on the cap? It's a quick weave. So we're gonna talk about it. Now, I didn't notice it. One of the subscribers, a couple of y'all actually, let me know that it was something going on with his head, and I was looking, I was like, I was looking, I was trying to get the angles, I was up on the screen. Yes, there's something going on up there, and it might be some added hair. It's real thick and luscious. So, I kept looking at his hair. Him and Alex have a conversation, and Alex is just kind of letting Brian know, I don't feel like you always listen to me. I don't feel like we're always connecting. I feel like you kind of make a joke out of everything. And as she's in the middle of telling him that, he makes a joke. He makes a joke, and she's just like, see, that's kind of what I'm talking about. And he was like, yeah, but don't you want me to make you laugh? That's what he said. Don't you want me to make you laugh? It's charming. And I think in his mind, making a woman laugh is like super important, and that's his way of kind of letting the woman know he's feeling her and he's being charming. But when it comes, it's a time and a place, basically. It's a time and a place, and I don't think he's really mastered that whole concept, so it kind of just seems like he doesn't care. And that's what Alex is feeling when she's with him. When they do have they got another rap battle, y'all, at the table. I said, so y'all just don't never just sit down and eat, huh? And when it's Alex's turn, she do a cute little rap about how she, you know, sitting at the table listening to the beat. I like Brian, but I also like Rashid. I said, okay. It didn't really rhyme exactly, but we gonna take it. And then she laughed. I said, that's how you do it, girl. You have your one of your men doing the beat while you talk about another. Oh, girl, I had to keep my eye on you. But yeah, I think that's what let Brian know there might be a little bit of competition, and that's probably why he had the conversation with her. I don't think Rashid is interested in Alex in that way. He probably just thinks she is a nice girl. So yeah, not seeing it for Brian and Alex anymore, and I think she realizes it, and I think that Brian was starting to realize it too. Alrighty. I also like that Alex recognized that she may have messed up only being interested in Brian from the beginning. I like that she recognized that. A little too late, but I'm glad she recognized it. Let's see. Who's next, y'all? Did I get all the dates? Feel like I forgot somebody. Looking at my notes. Oh, Calfani and Adriana are still doing a lot of heavy flirtation. Denise is noticing, but remember Denise said she about to get in on all this. And Adriana also does go out with Rashid. Rashid plans like them a little photography date, and so they taking pictures of whatever. It was cute. It was really cute. Rashid likes the vibe that they have one another. He feels comfortable with Adriana. Adriana feels very comfortable with him. She just feels like everything is right when she's with Rashid. But there's still that pull. There's still that pull that she has with Calfani, and we can't ignore that. So there's that. When they get to the cookout, I already told y'all what happened with Winter and Anthony. A talk is also had with Alex and Nephew Tommy, where she talks about Brian and how she doesn't feel like he's as serious. And you know, Nephew Tommy has already talked to Brian about that. Let's just go straight to eliminations. If I'm forgetting stuff, sorry. We just gonna go on straight there because I already been talking too much. So when it gets to eliminations, everybody goes around and says who their top picks are, who they're not liking, and it seems there's some type of consensus on the men's side about Simone, even though Rashid didn't have that experience with her. There's some kind of consensus there, and then amongst the ladies, they come to a consensus about Brian. But I think I heard Edwin's name come up a few times in there too, if I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken, y'all? I might be mistaken, but I'm not really sure. Either way, it was Brian and Simone who ended up having to go home. And while Simone did seal her fate and going around and trying to have all these interviews, I don't know. I feel like it should have been Alex. Was it just me? I feel like Alex should have been the one to have to go home. And if I was Winter, I'd self-eliminate because she's not interested in anybody but Jay. And Jay's nose is wide open for Joy unless there's going to be some type of game changer. And that was really it on the episode, you guys. I didn't remember. I know y'all wanted me to remember some more raps, but it wasn't like Creep and We Crawl, so I didn't remember them this time. Yeah, that was it, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about Winter and Anthony separately. Okay, not being together, but what do y'all see something? And then y'all let me know who y'all think are going to be the top couples. Does this change anything for you, or are you still thinking like you were thinking before? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the next one, okay? Bye.